Hello and welcome to the En Route. This is me and Preston on a sunny drive. See him squinting his eyes there. A beautiful day. It is a lovely day for football. Frost on the van this morning. Trip up to Abbeymead. This time to play against Abbeymead Sharks. Never played them before. They did play our... That's a bit bumpy. They did play our Clarets at the beginning of the season. Abbeymead won that game, so we're going up there. We're going to get some revenge. Are we, boy?
Yeah.
Well, we're not really, obviously, but no, we're going to go up there and see how we fare against them. It's a 9v9 game, so different for everybody. We have had one of our players pulled by Winnie. It is the beauty of having that middle team that we do, so we've got players that will go up and down. Hopefully it's more seasonal than it is picked from each week, because that's too much for me to deal with. But that's something Winnie and I will sort out, and we'll see what happens, won't we?
Yep.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't try and take Preston, because that makes life a bit difficult then. You'll fight him off, won't you, pal?
No, I would happily play for him.
Would you? Yep. Would you prefer to play for Winnie than me?
No, not really.
No? I think we've got a nice little... That's your Lucasade bottle doing that rattling. Could you sort that, please, mate?
Ow.
Just turn it. It's probably sat on something. There you go. That was really doing my head. Sorry. Yeah, we've got a really good little gel in our team now, haven't we? I think they've really come together. And last week was testament to it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The way we played, the way we battled for one another. And we're going to have to do that a little bit today, I think, in the 9v9. We separated in training a bit last night, and Dickie had the more offensive players, whilst I took the defensive players, and we did what I think is probably the best defensive drill I've ever done for positioning, and it's I'm hoping that we take it into the game today. But the big thing, Preston, is how are you feeling, mate?
Confident for it. Yeah.
Yeah? I think we can take a lot from last week, can't we, into this game?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah? And you were doing some of the attacking drills last night, weren't you?
Yeah.
So I can still put you in a defensive role, I think, if I needed to.
Do you want me to do a little run through of what we were doing? Yeah,
if you could, that would be great.
So we were we'd be standing on a cone, and Dickie would be passing us the ball, and it was more of our half turn and then shoot.
Oh, really?
Away. Yeah.
So you're receiving it when you're side on almost, and you've got to tap it out your path and bang. Well, that's quite a good one, isn't it?
First time shot after you got the touch.
Yeah.
And then he was doing it from a corner.
Yeah.
He'd do it on the ground.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to run up to it and strike first time.
Oh, I like that. And a funny itch on my lip then. Well, first time shots are a really important thing to learn.
Yeah.
A really important thing to learn. And we all do little shooting drills, and it's really fun to do them. But sometimes you've got to think about what you're actually trying to achieve with them, haven't you? And honestly, to get a shot off early is one of the most important things in football. To know to shoot. Also to know when not to shoot, but
yeah,
getting a shot off early can just take everyone off guard. As a United fan, watching the way we play, the amount of times I've seen United just pass the ball around the edge of the box, and nobody's got the nous or the heart, the desire. They just don't want to hit it.
You'd expect Haaland or Garnacho to just run up and smash it, wouldn't you?
Haaland. Yeah. Well, for me, Garnacho's that sort of player, but he's such a flair player that he likes to do the in-between as well. He likes to, oh, no, I'll just pull it back here, and I'll just pull it forward here. And sometimes that frustrates me. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't. It's the glorious thing about being a football fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have it all. You can't have it all, and it can't be perfect. And it's nice to support a team that you don't know if they're going to turn up every week. But we're going to turn up today, and we?
Yep.
We got this. we're buzzing for it. This is a big game for us. We'd like to. This will be 6 on the bounce. Well, six games undefeated, and that's huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this will be 6 games if we don't lose today.
We don't lose.
Draw or a win is absolutely amazing. Oh, I can go. Draw or a win is absolutely amazing, and no matter what we come from, what we get from the game, as long as the boys have played well, that's the main thing. As long as we can see that everything's working, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We're taking it very seriously today, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Should we give it the up the blues then and see how we fare after?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll be back after this with a bit of an en route / off route because Preston's got a game for Cheltenham after, so we've got to be ready for that. Ready?
Yep.
Big up the blues from me.
And up the blues from me.
Up the wall. Wow. Welcome to the off route from the Broadwell game, en route for Preston's game for Cheltenham. From a coach's perspective, that was a very difficult watch. To give the kids credit, it's suddenly a bit of sun and it's quite a hot day. They've all turned up with skins and all on. They're all getting very hot very quickly. Do understand it, totally get it. Makes it hard work. But they had a couple of nightmares today, unfortunately. In midfield, we looked very disjointed. Ollie is new to the side, so that's where he struggled. And James has had a lot of time because he's off because he's been doing a lot of different things. And it's making him really struggle. The team don't know what each other's going to do, I think. It was a lot of that. We were just kind of kicking the ball. And it wasn't going where we wanted it to go. It was one of those days where it does fall a little bit luckily for them, but also, yeah, it's quite poor from us. Defensively, we were quite good, but
we weren't bad.
No, we weren't. We weren't bad defensively, but a couple of really, really bad decisions led to goals. And it's part of learning about this being pressed thing, but truth be told, they've done plenty of that. They were ready for that, and they should have known. It's happened now, and we move on. But we have not got the 6 on the bounce that we thought, have we?
No.
No, we're 1 off. We had 5 on the bounce, and we're back to
0.
an even kilter now. Let's start from scratch. Yeah. So it was quite a rough ride. Some of the boys put in a real shift, and they were played in a couple of different positions just because we didn't have the personnel that we thought we were going to have at times. And yeah, it was just a bit of a tough time for them. But the performance wasn't entirely there, unfortunately. Like, it's just some really bad mistakes, really silly little things. They are kids. This is the whole thing of youth football. We can't expect them to do everything perfectly. Shouldn't expect them to do anything perfectly. They are kids at the end of the day. But when you've gone over things and you coached it and then they don't do it, it becomes quite difficult to watch.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it is.
I can understand that for you.
Well, you know what I'm like, mate. I hate repeating myself.
Yep.
By Jove, didn't I repeat myself a few times a day? But there we go. We are now at Lockleys Sports Centre, which is where Preston's game is. In fact, I do believe we're right behind your coach there, mate. I'm pretty sure that's him.
What, an Audi?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we're on time then.
Well, we are on time. Get there the same time as the coach. So we've just been in a lot of traffic. How are you feeling about the game?
All right.
Yeah.
I reckon that was a nice amount of time to just have a feel on the ball and play around with it.
As long as that, I mean, truth be told, goalkeepers are amazing people. That's actually so cool. I'm going to try and edit that into this. Yeah, I think you can't take too much from the match you've just played for this. Let's go and enjoy this one and just see what happens, isn't it?
Yep.
Never played this team before, so we'll give a good account of yourself. Yep. And I mean, if you didn't have a bad game, if you played like you did, then you'll be sweet. People here are mental, aren't they? It's just like park up, get out.
It's an Arsenal kid.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Scumbag.
Right, Preston, let's give it an up the Reds now, innit? I'll give it up the Blues.
Should we go up the town again?
That's one of your coaches.
One of the coaches.
Yeah, we'll give it an up the Blues from me.
And then up the Reds from me.
Up the town. Nice. Right, I'm going to do exactly what you just did.
Should this be on the pod?
Oh, gosh. I think. Mic check. Yep. Okay. Welcome to the off-route section of the Cheltenham game, this one. We have had to pull over, just make sure the ladders are clamped down enough, because by gosh, they were making some noise, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for all your listening pleasure, we should be rattle-free, and I am basically, as the parent rather than the coach, I'm going to hand this over to Preston a little, I think, and let him give a bit of an account of the game. So, firstly, did you get much game time today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Most you played for them, I think.
Almost the whole game.
Almost the entire game. And do you want to just let everyone know how you felt about it? How the game went for you?
Well, I'll start with the first quarter, which...
Third. It goes in thirds, doesn't it? That one.
First third. And didn't go so well for me.
Okay. Why is that?
They're one of my off days, I reckon.
Yeah? You were against... Their number 7 was...
Academy level.
He was very, very good. Strong, quick, bigger than everybody there, good feet.
And he can strike.
Couldn't he hit the ball? By Jove, he could hit the ball. I think he scored. I mean, he scored upwards of 6 for him. He was doing very well. He was everywhere. And he pushed you around a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bullied you a bit for it. Yeah. Do you think that affected your game?
In the first few quarters, yeah.
Thirds.
Oh,
It's hard to get used to, isn't it? Because you play 3 lots of 20 minutes, I think it is, or maybe it's 3 lots of 15. I don't know.
15.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
You play 45 minutes in total at JPL. Okay, and then so you went into the third.
Yes.
You got swapped over to the left mid, didn't you?
Still didn't go well.
No. From the outside, it looked slightly better. Yeah, but it's the work rate, I think. I heard, because your usual coach Dave wasn't there. Chris took it, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And from what I saw, from a coach's perspective, I would have probably been quite annoyed with everybody because there wasn't the normal work rate that you guys have.
No.
And I know that a lot of you are quicker. It's very easy for heads to go down with that many goals, but they seem like you're all an upbeat bunch, aren't you?
Yeah.
But the third, it completely changed for you. I know you went to left back.
Yep.
But I don't think it was just because of the position, was it? Like me and you had a chat.
Yeah, you put it back into me.
Sometimes, I think we all know our kids, don't we? I think that's the big thing. We know what our kids need. Or we think we do. And I do know with Preston that he'll either perform best when he's completely calm or when he's really angry. So he had a good game really from Broadwell today. Didn't really do anything wrong. And he was very calm, relaxed, comfortable, knew what he was at, knew what he was getting into, etc., etc. But then with Cheltenham, it's different, wasn't it, today?
Yeah.
Something was a bit off, I could see that. But I knew he wasn't going to be calm, so I fired into him a little bit. And then that number 7 who was a baller, what did you do?
I think I mexed him.
I think you megsed him. I think you back heel megsed him. I think you pushed him over. I think you pushed him off the ball. I think you hustled him off the ball.
Ran
I think
past him.
Done him every single time. He did get one run past you though.
He was quick though.
Rapid. But that last third was exactly what I would expect from you. Yeah. So, and I know it's what your other coaches would expect from you. And I think the rest of the team started to perform. But do you know what you did in that third?
No.
You got an assist.
True.
You assisted a goal.
Running up the pitch a bit more as well. Because I saw the other left back doing it. He's running up the pitch a bit more.
Yeah. The one thing with you guys, I would call that overlapping, but then I think the left midfielder should drop in a little bit, sit back. But if the left backs come in, the left midfielder or left winger would drop back. But I think they play it like a 2. I feel like that was a 2-1-3 formation almost. Left wing, right wing, and centre forward, or left forward, right forward, centre forward, and then a midfielder, just midfield, and then 2, realistically, left and right back. That's how they had you playing, didn't they?
Yeah. I thought there was a hole in my boot there.
Oh dear. Well, you got plenty of new ones coming, haven't you? So.
Yeah.
All in all, that's a mixed bag, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what can you take from it?
What do you mean by that?
So, from that game, what could you learn from it? What could you take from that game?
I could learn to start quicker.
Yeah.
More strong as well.
Yeah. Be braver. I think so. Remember that you're able to use your body before somebody uses their body on you. I think that's a big thing. And yeah, and remember that you're not made of... Sorry, I'm knackered. Remember that you're not made of glass.
Yeah.
You know, don't be afraid of that little fight. Don't be afraid of that little tussle. Get in there. That number 7 was never trying to fight anyone. He just wanted to win the ball all the time.
Yep.
It's not like he was trying to hurt you. He was playing football, man. He was very good. Yeah. I think that's what you have to do. You have to think, what can I learn from it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big one. When we come away from games like that, when you've lost. And what do you think you could learn from the Broadwell one then? Do you know what I mean? We can have a little look at that. Yeah? Nice. You lost your love for football after 2 defeats in a day?
No.
No. Okay. Is there anything you would have done different? Anything you would have liked to have done different in that Cheltenham game?
I wouldn't have changed nothing about the third quarter.
Okay.
But yeah, I should have started quicker in the second and first. Like, I would have tried to, maybe look for a bit more passes, because I was trying to do a bit too much with my feet as well.
It's very honest of you, mate. Very honest of you. It's much easier to beat a man if we haven't got the ball, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's remember, or if you don't have to take the ball with you, if nothing else. But yeah. Okay. Well done you, because that's actually a perfect account of it, isn't it? Nice. Shall we go back to enjoying our day now? Go get a haircut, because by Jove, don't we need one?
Yep.
Even we got to be careful that we don't cut his highlights out, haven't we? Oh, cute. Right. Send up the Reds for me.
And up the Reds for me.
Up the town.